I was just saying at the time he was dating that girl, Felicia Hardy, Black Cat. Spider-Man had a thing with her. First she was with Flash, then she was with Spider-Man, then she's with Morbius. And Morbius starts turning into like
a homie hopper, huh?
Yeah, word.
Yeah. She was, and then she turned into the Black Cat. She was Marvel's version of fucking Catwoman.
And I was gonna say, a good segue is welcome to another episode of VGXL. My name is Daniel, aka Games. Joining us again is Autocat and Jose, and we have a very special guest, my cousin, my brother from my mother's brother, Giovanni.
It's so good.
D Wrangle.
G Wrangle.
Just give out my social when you're at it.
Social security number 089529.
Imagine that.
What's going on, man? Welcome to the podcast.
What's up, bro? I'm excited, man. This is like a long time coming, bro.
Yeah. No, I've definitely been excited to have you on. I know you've listened to a few episodes and everything. But like I was saying in the intro there, Giovanni is my cousin, my first cousin.
Yes.
So he could be like my half brother right there.
we're almost like doppelgangers if you look at us the right way.
I got the long hair now, but when I had to say the Caesar cut for sure, man.
I remember you from when you were younger too. You guys looked even more like each other when you were young.
That's crazy that you even brought that up.
Yeah, man, I remember. I remember seeing you in Daniel's crib like in fucking 2000.
Yeah, probably.
Oh shit! I mean, that's very likely. Yeah. That's super likely, man. Damn, that's nuts.
Yeah, and
I mean, I feel a few times I went over to your house. You had some of your boys over, so most likely, man.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you've met a few of my friends. I mean, people know. I just referred you by name. Most of my friends know who I'm talking about. And then your mom knows Mike because she worked at 145 for so long. And she knew pretty much every anybody I knew from 145, she knew them. So it was just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a small. I mean, yeah, you fucking lived right up the block where I went to school, so
exactly. Well, I was gonna get to that next because I'm like, I know that you're essentially from our hood, you could say, because you went to school.
Yeah, legit. Originally, I am, and that's a funny question because I always get the question like, so where are you from? It's like such a hard question to answer because I was born in the Bronx, but went to school in Manhattan, moved to Jersey, and still went to school in Manhattan. And then like I didn't start going to school in Jersey until like fucking high school, bro. But I mean, I would say I'm from like 105th, bro.
Right.
When you really break it down, that's where I spent like a majority of my life.
Right there, right on the block.
But yeah,
on the block, bro, in Grosvenor's, bro.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you know about Grosvenor's and all that. Wow, man, that's crazy. I think you mentioned when we're prepping for this, that you know about cyber games. I know we bring that up a lot on this podcast. If this is your first time listening, Cyber Games is a video game store that's that me, Jose, and a lot of us grew up around.
You're not giving it justice, bro. So you're not giving that shit justice.
Go ahead.
It's like this fucking Cyber Games was almost like Daniel's room. It was like this like fucking cool ass place that you could go sometimes if you were fucking good or something like that. But it wasn't like an everyday thing. But at least for me, it wasn't. So like going to Cyber Games was always like a fucking big deal, and then like everything just felt so official once you got that VIP card. And if you went to Cyber Games, you got that VIP card, like shit was just lit, bro. Super lit.
I never got this fucking card. I didn't know there was a card available. What kind of shit is it?
Yeah, you put money on it and you play your games, and then it times you out of everything.
I see.
Yeah, I
remember that game. I was too afraid.
I feel bad for Autocat because we always talk about cyber games, and that's not.
Man, he never got to win his greatness, man.
I think you said you saw it once.
I was scared though. I was scared both times. I was shook. I was like, nah, I'm good.
I was scared of what?
I mean, go inside. It's kind of dark.
Your camera's out.
Screen. Yeah, I was gonna say my camera just died. I was shook just because hold on a second. Give me 1 second.
What I've been looking for is to see if I could get an image, like an old photo of Cyber Games, like the storefront.
Huh. I was
like, yeah, you don't know anybody who
and put it on a fucking shirt
somewhere.
I was gonna say you don't know anybody who might have had a camera back in the day.
Bro, it's got to be their
sister.
Yeah, who?
That's about it. Crystal.
Oh yeah, that's right. I should hit her up because I still kind of know her. Hey, welcome back.
You should ask Ezra and Marv also.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him up. I'll hit him up.
Somebody gotta have some fucking like snappies
and
of that.
the
Polaroids, some shit.
games on Broadway, right? 96.
Yeah, no, 101st. Yeah.
101st. That was the official one. The other one that was like on 105th and Amsterdam, I wasn't. I mean, it was cool because it was Cyber Games, but it was like the stepbrother a little bit.
Yeah. They had like birthday parties in there, and you know that was towards the end. That was towards the end of the greatness.
The real OGs went to 101 though. That's where the real OGs went.
You say you had a story or something crazy happened?
Yeah. So this is actually crazy because this probably changed the way I looked at games for a while with Cyber Games. So I remember, I mean, I don't even know the dates. I mean, but with the games I'm going to talk about, you could probably narrow the dates down exactly. So whatever fucking date it was, I was young, bro. I was probably like 6th grade. So what is that, like 2004, maybe even longer than that, but whatever. So like 6th grade. And I'm begging my mom, I got to go to Cyber Games. You know, she promised she'll get me a game. So I'm like, all right. So like, you know, when that day comes, you're like fucking counting down. And I'm like, I think it's Grand Theft Auto 3, which was the first one that came out for PS2.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, 3. Yeah.
It was Grand Theft Auto 3, bro. And like all my boys had it. And I'm just like, yo, like it's time. Like I'm about to get GTA 3. Shit is going to be lit. I can't wait, right? So like cruising through the week. Bam, Friday comes. We're going to Cyber Games, ready to get my shit. And bro, my mom never went inside the store with me. Like she would always wait outside or something. She never went inside. For some reason, this day she went inside, and you know, the guy's like, "All right, what game do you want?" And you know, I point at GTA 3. He already knew what was up. Point at GTA 3, and he tells my mom for whatever fucking reason that this game is rated M and like all this crazy shit is happening, and I shouldn't be playing this. And I'm just looking at this guy like, "What the fuck is wrong with you right now, bro? Like, are you crazy?"
Wow.
And he totally cock blocked GTA 3 for me. Totally cock blocked it. So he was like, you should try this game instead. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, bro, I'm not playing that shit. Like, I want GTA. GTA was on my mind. But what he hands me was Jack and Daxter. And bro, that game was probably one of the best platforming games I've ever played. You know, just at that time. And I think, obviously, there was probably other shit better than him, of course, but it was just that it was something I didn't want so much. And I played it, and I was like, bro, this game is fucking solid, bro. And I just felt like at that time, you know, it was just something that everybody was just sleeping on. Like, to me, like, one of the biggest sleeper games. And there was a few games like that. Like, I don't know if you guys ever played Kelowna or anything like that. That was another sleeper game that was super dope for me.
I remember that
one too. That was another one that, like...
you said, what was the second game you said?
Kelowna?
Yeah, Pfeffer loves that game. She talks about that game. So I think that was the first game that made her like cry or whatever.
The raccoon?
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, bro, that game was deep. And it was like, it's those games, like, it sucks because they always come out when there's like another big title. Like, nobody's gonna play Jack and Daxter when fucking GTA comes out in the same week. You know,
right,
like,
yeah, that's true.
It gets slid under, you know, and it's the same thing with, like, I don't know, this is another game, I don't know if you guys ever played another game that I actually got from Cyber Games that the guy recommended to me. Shout out to his name, bro. What's his name?
There was
Danny.
There's the Asian guy was Danny.
Whoever had the long ponytail.
Was it that could have been that sounds like Sammy, Mexican guy?
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, Mexican, a little heavy set, he had a long ponytail.
Yeah, Sammy. I still have him on Facebook, yeah.
Oh, yeah? Damn, I'm about to just hit him up and just be like, thanks.
It's a random thing.
He put me on to Tumba 2. I don't know if you ever played that.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah, shit.
Tumba 2,
Klonoa is the name of the game, right? Klonoa?
Klonoa?
Klonoa, yeah.
Yeah, that game was fire.
The side-scroller, right?
Yeah, side-scroller. And Tumba 2 was for PS1, but that game was fucking dope.
Tumba's fun. I played that like years later, but I tried that out, and I was a little upset because I missed out on some of the more cartoony. I'm still a fan of cartoony looking games and stuff like that. Yeah. So, you know, like I actually just tried out the one that's coming out like next month. I
don't know.
Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, I got you.
They just did like unlock the frame rate, so I was trying it out for PS5, and oh my god, that game is incredibly fun, and the writing is pretty good. It's
that's the thing, man.
Yeah, and that's
is that a Naughty Dog game too?
What?
I think so.
That's a Naughty Dog game.
Ratchet and Clank.
I believe it is.
Naughty Dog?
I think. Well, I could be wrong. I think so though.
That's what Jack and Daxter. Jack and Daxter
is for sure Naughty Dog. I can't remember if that was Insomniac or not.
Ratchet and Clank is Insomniac.
Yeah,
Insomniac. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm not sure if it's Insomniac. So no, but that's crazy. So the fact, you went from GTA, your whole life is probably different because of that purchase.
Legit, yeah.
Grow up to carjack people and sell drugs.
Yeah, right. And now I'm over here like saving the world with a ferret.
Yeah,
with a ferret.
Actually,
now you have a weird attachment to animals. Now you're a furry.
That's like, what? I just wanted to pass by.
I just wanted to play GTA.
Right. So,
but I started leaning towards games like that after that. Like kind of leaning towards the less popular games, I guess. Because I always felt like, obviously, like those mainstream big titles, they're gonna slap every time. But I always felt like there's always, games that go under the radar. I feel like I do that with a lot of things. Yeah, there's so many good games that go under the radar, man.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it happens every day. And now with the indie revolution that's happened in the last 10 years, it's like there's tons of games. A lot of people sleep on indie games all the time. And whenever big publishers or there's some like, Nintendo Direct or Sony, Direct or whatever, anytime an indie game is mentioned, everyone like takes, shits on those announcements, but they're not realizing that there's some experiences on there that you don't get anywhere else anymore. There's hardly any more AA, which is middle shelf, lower budgeted games, and those don't really exist anymore. And it's a little sad that people take those for granted and shit on them, like, oh, I hate indie games. I mean, people legit, I peruse Twitter a lot because I like to get a feel of opinions and how people are talking, and people outright just be like, I hate indie games, I hate that they exist, and they really just hate on indie games. I'm like, yo, but
they just hate,
like, what, you just want to play like like one type of game for the rest of your life and have microtransactions on top of everything? Like, calm down. Like
angry people because they can just keep that shit to themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah, legit. Meanwhile, there's like an indie developer like reading this shit like on Suicide Watch.
Yeah, right.
So there's two things I have to say about that. One, I get what you're saying about the indie revolution, which is true. I kind of been away from video games for a while, but I've been like easing my way back into it. But when you're looking at these indie games, there's a lot of good games. There's also a lot of trash in the mix too.
No, you're right. Right. There's a lot of.
It's kind of like, I feel like getting a good indie game, and they're out there 100%. I mean, that's pretty much what I just brought up, but it's like going to like a thrift shop and just searching through mad shit. And you find like the one good item, or you're in a record store and like you're going through a bunch of shit, just filtering everything out. So it does take a little bit more time to find the right one, I guess.
No, I mean, you're not wrong. Like, I have to say, I mean, you're definitely not wrong. And I know that's why some of them get a bad rap, but it's like usually ones on display are pretty good. And if you know what publishers to follow, like Devolver Digital, Akupara, Annapurna, like those are some good publishers that release some quality games. Like, you could tell that they take the time to really like look at, if you really look at the history of Devolver, it's one of my favorite indie developers. Anything they drop is usually fire. Like, it may not be something you might like, but it's usually a very well done game. Either the soundtrack is dope, it'll be something that even if you're not interested, you pick it up, it'll probably be fun. I mean, the first game that they published was Hotline Miami. That's a classic. That game is
was
super.
That the first one they did?
Yeah, Hotline Miami for sure was the first Devolver Digital like published game.
Did Devolver Digital do that game Wet? Where you're like this female assassin, you have like guns and a sword. It was really bad action. It was not well done. But it was supposed to be like really stylized, almost like a Quentin Tarantino movie.
That was Artificial Mind and Movement and published by Bethesda back in 2009. Okay. So yeah, nah.
Okay.
Yeah. And the reason I know is because I actually did a little research on Devolver, and they usually have the best E3 video. Like, they do a pre-record, but they've been hilarious year after year. Like, starting I think 2017, they started doing, and they are pretty amazing videos. Like, they're self-aware, very self-aware, kind of shit on the industry, things like that. So I usually, anything that they drop, I usually try to at least check it out to see what it's about. But they do, Devolver is definitely one of the better publishers out there. They usually work with a lot of good smaller studios. So But you're right. There, you know, with early access and ease of use, and now you have, you know, it's easy to make shit, and there's a lot of shit that's out there. But there's so many gems out there, and it's just, it all depends on your taste. You're gonna find something in that you like. That's, you know, depending on the taste in games. But
then the other thing I wanted to say about that is with indie games, which I like that they do a lot, is I feel like they simplify the game too. I feel like with a lot of these big developers, you know, just throwing games out, I just feel like sometimes games get a little too overly complicated with like your loadout, how you're gonna customize your character. Like I get it, it's cool, but like, I mean, take Monster Hunter for example, right? Monster Hunter, like I've been fucking that game up these past 2 weeks, but before I actually started to like start playing, it's like fucking like 2 hours in, just like customizing my character.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, bro. Like, can I start something? Like the tutorial was just fucking forever, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But, and I feel like with indie games, they just kind of get straight to the point. And I mean, I don't know.
No, I hear that. Yeah. You know.
I just feel like some games are just like they just try to overcomplify it.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I love when I play a game like fucking Inside or Limbo, where the shit just starts. Doesn't tell you what button does what. The game just fucking starts. You
just throws you in the middle of all the sauce, bro. Like that's what I want sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're absolutely right. I do like games like that's why they're good. They're you know, digestible, and a lot of times, you know, you have a good time with them. I mean, they're simple fun, and they go from either simple fun or complicated, and then you have a lot, you know, you have heartfelt stories. I mean, you have a huge array of things, and that's what indie games fill that void. See, the thing is, we had shit on PS1, you know, starting in the 90s. I mean, starting all the way back in Atari. I mean, it's the reason the video game, you know, industry crashes because of how bad. I mean, fucking tax companies were releasing video games, and laundromats were releasing video games. I mean, everybody made games, you know, so that's why it crashed. Now things are a little bit, you know, Nintendo kind of saved that, but you know, but even on Nintendo, you had a lot of small.
Isn't there like a pit in Mexico somewhere?
Yeah, that was a myth.
In Mexico.
Yeah, because Xbox was starting like a video game. It's funny because for the ET game, but it's funny because
that was in Nevada. They found them out.
Yeah, they found it, but it was like nothing there. Like they thought they had all the cameras there. They thought they were gonna find like the treasure trove of history, and it turned out to be like junk. And it was a whole fiasco because Microsoft like advertised the shit out of it, that they were gonna go dig it up, and they were gonna start like a video series through Microsoft, and if you know, for Xbox owners, and this was gonna be one of the first shows. Like it was like a reality type thing, and there was nothing there. Yeah, it ended up being shit.
Did it again. Oh no.
So they were trying to do like what they did back in the day with ET by accident.
Pretty much, right? You know, I was like, hold on. But yeah, man, I want, you know, before we move on to some other stuff, like I know you have your, you know, you started getting a business off the ground or whatnot. Autoamour, tell us a little bit about that. I want to hear about, you know, like your goals with that. Like I know, you know, you kind of broke it down, you know, car culture and stuff like that, but like what, you know, what do you what is your biz, what is Autoamour?
All right, I mean it's a question I get a lot. So like I've gotten like, is it a car wash? Is it like, what the hell am I doing? So I mean it's basically the gap between the culture of cars and streetwear and putting it together. So it's something that I've been involved with for a long time, like with both. You know, I've been into cars for a minute, but it's just bringing attention to it and not making it like this cheesy thing. You know, like I feel like whenever people think about car culture, they just think like the first thing was always like Fast and Furious or like Midnight Club or some shit like that, right. which is like true to an extent, but it kind of ends like as far as you could throw it. You know, so there's a lot more to it, and it's just bringing awareness. It's actually one of the shirts I made. So I think you ordered this shirt actually.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So and it's, you know, I make apparel and it's not just like me buying blanks for something. It's really bringing a quality product. So I actually have a manufacturer that I work with in China and in Peru. So they do cut and sew everything. And you know, I just want to bring like a quality product for clothing. You know, I just feel like there's not a real like big clothing brand or anything like that to it. But I don't really like saying a clothing brand either because it's not what I am. I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing, to be honest with you. I'm just winging it. You know,
I mean, neither do we. So
yeah, you know, you just kind of wing it day by day. But the ultimate goal is to have a cafe. I really want to open up a cafe with it. That's my ultimate goal. You know, and I have like this like crazy concept in my head, and the apparel is really just to fund it. But while funding it, I don't want to give out a shit product either. So there's actually a lot of thought that goes into everything. You know, like making tech packs. You know, learning how to do a a CAD and shit like that. You know, I didn't know what any of that stuff was. So it's just learning as you go with YouTube University, and you know, along the way you put out a quality product, and it's something that, you know, I'm pretty proud of, man. You know, it's nice. I just made a year with it, so it's been going good. It's just, you know, with anything, it's consistency.
Right.
But
absolutely.
It's really, yeah, it's with consistency. You know, you have like these other big streetwear brands that everybody hears about, like Supreme. That's probably like the fucking biggest one out of all of them. You know, I start off as a skateboard brand, but it's really for skaters if you really think about it. You know, that's really what it goes back to. But it's it's one of those things where I want to bring attention to the car culture and just show that it's much more than like that obnoxious shit that everybody thinks about too. So it's really want to clean, classy, low key and stuff like that. But it's just it's a work in progress, you know.
Nice.
What's up, man? That's what's up.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah,
Autoamour, baby.
And that's what's the website?
So the website is autoamour.co. I didn't use .com because I wasn't paying an extra $15 for that, so I just used the co. Just like there's nothing special with that. It's just the co was cheaper. I said fuck that. But yeah, you know. What's that?
I was just gonna spell. It's like AUTOAMOUR.
Yeah, AMOUR. So that's actually French, and it's like what amour in French really means. It's like a underlying love. That's something that you kind of keep in secrecy. You know, it's not like just like a straight up like amour like in Spanish or Italian.
Autofetish.co.
Yeah. That's my Pornhub name right there.
Auto fetish. If you want to see Gio naked in cars, nah, let me stop.
Yeah.
But all right, man.
Yeah,
well, thanks for.
Way to get that many hits.
That's what's up, man. I really admire what you're doing, and I think that's awesome. You know, I wish the best of luck, you know, to you on that, man. I definitely like to see people win around me, so that's awesome, man. But
we appreciate it, man.
But yeah, I want to move on to a couple of things, couple of headlines going on. Nothing too crazy. I think we're gonna kind of like keep it a little bit low with the news this time around. So one thing that stuck out to me, like, recurring theme here, and Google Stadia's head of product has left the company. He is gone. He abandoned ship. He is done, and he's just like.
Count this as a victory, personally, or?
I have no idea, but my man ran. You know, it sounds like. But yeah, the head of product for Stadia left the company. I'm just like, it's over, B. It's over.
I'm surprised it took that long. I thought he would have been gone months ago.
Right?
That shit right there is just a sinking ship, baby. Just get the fuck off.
Yeah.
I'll never let go. We saw how this movie ends.
Exactly. Like, I think at this point it's like they once they closed them studios down, I mean, honestly, that told me everything. Because it's like, what are you gonna do now? Like, you know, you didn't even give a chance for a game to come out, which means that you don't have faith in the product to keep spending money on it. You just, you know, took your losses and was just like, you know, it's like, I'm sure at this point, if I had to predict anything, they're gonna probably, you know, fulfill whatever contracts they had left, and once those contracts are up, they'll probably have a legacy server for people who did buy into it, and that'll probably get shut down at some point. You know what I mean? They'll probably give you a voucher for $15. Like, hey, go buy the game on Steam or some shit. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happens. Like, they just give people a voucher or tell them to buy the game, you know, give them a Steam code for the games that they own, and
or they'll probably just say tough shit. Sorry.
Hey, you never know.
Take care.
It's Google. They're too, you know, they're not gonna fail over some bad press, and they've had plenty of bad press. So
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But
they do weird shit like this. This is how they do their products. They kind of dip their toes very tentatively, and if it's not like a runaway hit, they just back up. They're like, all right.
That's what everybody assumed, and they proved everybody right.
A few other things where it's just like they kind of try a little dangle, and if it's not hot, they're like, all right, we're done. No thanks. We're not gonna push it. See you later.
Yeah. So, like I said, you have something to say? Okay.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just think I think just the whole pay full price model was a bad idea. They should have went with some kind of subscription model. And if you didn't want to pay the monthly and you just want to buy the game, here's the option to buy the game. And that's it. But, you know, enough about that. I mean, like, I just brought it up because, you know, like I said, we've been talking about it took me a month to give away a Stadia.
You love it so much.
Nobody wanted them shit. I just wanted to give them shits away. Like I said, it's an okay product. I still got a couple sitting there, and that's going to be a piece of history.
I just found out what that shit was like 3 months ago, bro.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, like, sorry to hear that. It's really not that good, and that's the problem. But $60 for a game you can only play online is crazy. But
yeah, that's fast.
And then the other thing was Epic and Apple started their actual trial now. That started, so I thought that was kind of interesting.
Nice.
What you call it, apparently, like, you know, they're showing like emails back and forth. Sony apparently paid Epic pays Sony to have, like, I forgot what it was, they're paying them to have like exclusive things on through PlayStation, and it's crazy. It's just like so much money was thrown around, whatever. Like Epic just has so much money, and what was it, they spent like $9 billion giving out all those free games that they've been giving out for the last year. $9 billion is how much they spent on that.
Yeah, they spent a lot.
Like, wow. But that's the thing. But they have market share, 160 million users. They threw money down. Google has that money. They could have easily, if they wanted to join this. That's why I never took them serious, because you got money like that, and if you really wanted to jump into this game the way y'all claiming, y'all would have thrown that money down too. Like, put your game on our service. Here's $1 billion. Here's $10 million for, like, I mean, they already did some of that. Like, I think Red Dead being on the service was 10 million. I think Cyberpunk was like 10 million. Like, they were throwing some money down, but you know, like, that's it. And without it being a subscription, like, whatever. So, but Epic is crazy. Got that big money.
You gotta spend big to make big, baby.
Exactly. True. So yeah, those are some things that I found. Was I mean, I said I know we want to keep it light. Was there anything else? I thought I had one more thing. Was there anything that y'all found interesting this week? Anything simple, whatever? Or
I got a few things. It was short. You want to go first, Jose?
I was just gonna say Marvel, baby. We doing it this year.
Yeah.
We've been on a long drought. We got Wakanda.
Has it been a long drought?
I was gonna say it hasn't been that long of a drought.
It feels like it, because we were getting a Marvel movie every year for like 10 years.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Movie wise,
was supposed to come out in like November, right? Last year, right? Black Widow.
Yeah, Black Widow was supposed to come out a while ago. Keeps getting pushed back. So now you have Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and Spider-Man: No Way Home coming out this year alone. The next part of the phase is gonna start off strong. 2022 is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
They announced the Marvels also, which is
the Eternals.
Yeah, the Eternals looks, the little bit we saw looks great. But you have the Marvels. It's gonna be Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, because she's also getting her own series. And I mean, I'm hearing rumors that the first villain in the Marvels is gonna be Rogue.
Oh yeah,
of the X-Men. Yeah, I mean, that's how she gets her powers.
Oh, you mean? Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking something. Okay.
Interesting.
If they do Rogue right, man, I'm telling you, bro, it's gonna be a treat.
We never got a good Rogue. Yeah, that's true.
We never had a good Rogue. Anna Paquin, I don't give a shit what anyone says. People love defending that girl. The most underutilized, shitty fucking adaptation of a comic book character ever.
Yeah, well, not ever. I thought she was decent for what she was given. I didn't think she was terrible. Like, as
bro, you want to know how
character was? You know.
Let me tell you how bad that is. How bad she was. Like, not only was she not even a great actor back then. Right, she wasn't like that great of an actress, but they literally gave her one scene where she takes off her glove and grabs like somebody, Pyro's ankle, to stop him from wilding out on the cops.
Yeah,
and that's like the only time you ever seen her do anything.
The power, yeah. Well, who directed?
It was Bryan Singer, I believe. But I mean, it's just crazy that you have the most powerful character. Like, she's so strong. She flies. She beats up Sentinels. She fucks up people with no problem. And she cried and ran away the entire film.
It's true. She could at least, if you're not gonna have the flying, they could at least shown her strength. Minimum, like pick up a fucking car and throw it at somebody.
Yeah, it's just Fox. Fox just has that problem. They've had the problem a long time.
You don't like character.
Well, the writers have a problem. It's hard to write for a character like that. It's like Superman's issue. It's like, how do you write for a dude who can just fuck up everything?
I mean, for her though, they gave you her origin real quick. All they had to do is make her fight. She didn't fight. Like, every X-Men character fought.
Yeah,
she didn't even fight, bro. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, if it's true that she ends up in this next Captain Marvel movie, we will see some cool aerial Dragon Ball style fighting. The budget's gonna be way crazier, so they're gonna have something that looks excellent.
What is a typical Marvel budget? Like $1 bajillion?
Probably.
I mean, right now they're about the bigger ones.
One Dogecoin.
About are about $500 million.
100 million on a movie.
Wait, to make really that much?
Dude, Endgame and Infinity War cost over $1 billion together.
Damn.
500 million for Infinity War and another 500 something, because you got to consider all the salaries of everybody, all the bonuses. You gotta, I mean, the effects in these movies is like top tier.
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, the next movies are just like that. To them is turning into nothing. Like Spider-Man 2 and 1 and 2, I believe they did over $1 billion. These movies are breaking billions of dollars easily now. So
yeah, I was gonna say, but yeah, they better watch out.
A cult fan base behind them now, man.
Yeah, like if you look at that Winter Soldier shit, the budget for that was crazy. Like it was like a movie. It was like a 6-hour movie they just chopped up. Looked like exactly like a movie.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the CGI was definitely crazy in it. I mean, to me, the writing just wasn't all the way there. But
yeah, I wasn't even a fan of like the main girl from the Flag Smashers.
Yeah, she was such
okay. Like, bitch, you weren't there fighting aliens with us. Get the fuck out of here with this. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but get out of here, ma. Like, you mad corny. Like, we don't care about you. You over here because you got a super soldier serum. Like, that's it. We don't care about you, man. We fought aliens in reverse time. Like, we undid the biggest catastrophe in humankind. And you talking to me about some bullshit? Like, I have no time for you, you bum ass bitch.
Oh man.
Supposedly, it was, did you hear that theory about Doctor Strange talking to Wanda in the commercials in WandaVision?
I did hear about that.
I'm not up on it. I don't know.
Yeah,
there's a lot of those, man. I try to stay away from them now because they get me thinking too much. Like I've been a part of.
Go down the rabbit hole, bro.
Yeah, because every time it's like, we here have an Easter egg of Mr. Sinister. That's right, folks. Mr. Sinister is going to be in Spider-Man 3. And it's like, fuck. I just want to be surprised when I get there. Because, I mean, they're saying that's going to be the most ambitious movie. Spider-Man No Way Home. And that's weird because they did Endgame. And that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Endgame was just fucking... I mean, I shed a tear, bro.
Yeah. This next movie, though... You know, Marvel does some cool shit. You know, they I think I have faith in them that the you know, the cinematic universe is gonna keep going strong.
Well, we'll see.
We're gonna see.
Yeah. But yeah, let's move on. Kind of went off the rails there with the Marvel stuff, but that's fine.
I have some news. God damn it.
Oh, did you want to go over that real quick? Go ahead. What was it?
Head dude from CD Projekt Red left.
Oh, and, yes, right. That was the freaking extra story I had. Yes.
My backup. And there's some rumors about GTA 6. So we got some GTA 6 news coming out.
Full circle again, bro.
About a late 2023 release. So.
That sounds right. It sounds right.
How big is that game gonna? Is that gonna be like I mean, that game's got to be huge, bro.
I'm hoping, but I think
it's. I think honestly, yeah, it's probably gonna be huge. You know, it's probably gonna be the only game again for this generation. Because I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And it's gonna link. It's gonna be like GTA Online Part 2, like that. Like that's probably what's taking so long. Is that they're probably building out that online infrastructure first, you know, that city and what that's going to entail, because, you know, now they learned everything and now they can move that whole player base now. And I'm sure they want to repeat that success. So,
I mean, GTA 5 online is still very much alive, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
that very much alive.
It was the highest selling game until this year, like last year, finally. Every month until they dropped, it was one of the highest selling games.
That's insane.
You know,
I just want multiple locations though. Give me Miami and Liberty City and Los Santos.
Yeah. I feel like that's what would make it like the best. You know, you jump on a plane, you can fly, and even if it's just sections or whatever. But you know,
that's fine. Yeah.
I think they're going to go big, man. I think that if they've made a GTA 5 relevant for as long as they did, it came out in 2013. It's 2021. People still play that shit every day.
Yeah.
I think that they're aiming to make the next GTA last the next 10 years.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think
but
they're gonna
go. What more do you add to it, man?
I think that
that's why I just want better locations.
I mean,
locations. But besides locations, it's like I feel like I play that game and like I could literally do anything, bro. I'm God in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could more. What more do you fucking add?
I want like better like heists, like more of the heists that and things that we were promised, I guess, because they're still there, but give us more of the stuff that we promised from the get go, where it's it's really kind of open and shit like that.
Exactly.
And don't put it in England, because I was hearing rumors that it was going to be over in London. And I think that'll be whack if they close it to like a small London city, like just one.
And I already played. Yeah. Honestly, I would be unhappy simply because I played the latest Watch Dogs, which took place in London. Yeah. To see it again, it's like I don't want to see it again. It's a really apparently it's a really faithful recreation. Thank you. Fuck it.
What Watch Dogs is?
Yeah, the city itself is a pretty good like futuristic. It's still futuristic because there's cameras and stuff and all this silliness,
right?
But the city itself, apparently it's pretty faithful. So I'm like, we already got that. So I'd be unhappy with it. I mean, just give us the same cities, but and add Vice, Miami to it, and don't even got to be the full thing, but like a nice half of each one would be awesome with shit to do.
Like you can take the wilderness out of Los Santos. Like I don't need to go to like Chilean Point or whatever, Mount Chilean or whatever.
Exactly. The desert it's not that serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Chiliad. I could skip that and just like, put me in the downtown, LA area. Let me do some drug deals, whatever it is, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Like, maybe you're a consigliere for a mob guy. So you're going to Miami and LA, you're flying in between.
That's what I'm saying. That would be fire. You can even do some shit, more plane stuff, more helicopter stuff. Like, they could do a lot. And hopefully, I'd like to see their, I mean, I liked their online. It was just, after a while, it just kind of felt like samey. So I'm just hoping like that they really build that out into a fire ass, online world or whatever. So see what happens.
Torrente, what you heard, bro? You sitting there quiet. I know you got some dirt. Did you drop this rumor? You dropped this rumor, fam? This was you?
Nah, I haven't hit my source yet. And I'm serious about that. I do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like,
squeeze you here. I'm like, what you got, son?
No, I'll hit up my boy about it and ask him what he thinks, because he still has a lot of friends that work at Rockstar.
Just tell me to wink twice if there's a beach in the game, just wink twice.
A beach? Oh, I see.
Start
for like
small, start small, start small, little by little. Yeah, little by little.
So in this
one,
there
a lot of Cubans.
Yeah, I mean, this makes me think. It begs the question: how many more GTAs do you think Rockstar has in them?
Infinite, man. You can always make up a gangster story, bro.
I mean, unless there's not one set in the 20s, right?
I mean, we can't. Well, not 20s, but LA Noire kind of would fill that void. They do still own that, huh?
The Mafia games, right?
Yeah, the Mafia games take place in those times. Yeah. But
those are pretty solid. Some of them.
Yeah, like they just fully remastered the first one.
Yeah, the last one I think was pretty shitty, but I think part 2 was decent.
I just think like, what do you think that they'll eventually, maybe after like a 7th title, say, you know what, these games are massive, they take a really long time, we're kind of getting dried up with stories, and they want to move on to a new IP? What do you think? Like, do you think that'll ever happen?
I have an idea.
I think it would change forms. Like
I think it'll be online focused. I think what'll happen is if they don't make another one after this, then their online will be built to add story, and maybe they don't even need to do that anymore. You know what I mean? It'll just, or the next one will be just GTA Online 2030 edition, and it'll have the story in there. It'll be fully. I mean, they could do it. I mean, Watch Dogs 2 did it pretty damn well, I gotta admit. I was playing. I decided to before Legions dropped, right? I decided to throw on Watch Dogs 2, the fuck with it, whatever. And I'm playing the game, and all of a sudden, I see somebody's name. I'm doing regular missions, I'm having a good time, and I see a person's name over a car, like an online player. He stops in front of me, honks his car. I jump in his car, and we're on a fucking mission, separate from the main story. That is fire.
That's fire.
That was fire. Like it was. You can turn that off if that's something you don't like, but it wasn't intrusive. He just honked at me a car. I was like get in the car, and we went and did a mission together and started fighting fucking back. I was like,
that's sick.
Huh?
See, that's what GTA Online was supposed to be, but people just shoot you in the face anyways. So just like, nah.
They could go that route, and I wouldn't be surprised if 6 is that. If 6 is just, you can play it offline or play the narrative without the online portion, but I wouldn't be surprised if you can do all your missions in a living city with other players, and that would be kind of fire to me. depending on how deep or crazy they get with it. But if they
massive though, man.
Yeah, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Massive. If you could
that's what I'm saying.
Final Fantasy. It's gangster Final Fantasy.
Right, the online, because Watch Dogs did it already, and that's why I'm like, and it was pretty fucking smooth. Like the fact that like it wasn't like somewhere they can't fuck with you while you're doing your story. You have to choose to join the person, so you could, you know, that'd be kind of cool. Like if you want to like let people be in your world while you're doing your own thing. Because like I said, it was just random, and I was like, this guy was just in my game. Like it felt weird. It was crazy. But anyway, let's move on because we're running out of time here. So I wanted to move on. So for this week, you know, if you follow me on Twitter, I know, you know, I had a little public display, a little argument with someone over purchasing a game. So, you know, Returnal came out recently, at full price, $70. And if you're not already aware, it's a roguelite. Now, what a roguelite is based on an old game from the 80s called Rogue, a procedure generated game. You jump in. I think you run dungeons or something like that in the game, and when you die, you start from square one. You lose everything, you know, all your progress, because a game like that is meant to see how far you can get before you die, right? So, you know, over the years now, the term roguelike came out, and it kind of following that same idea. So Returnal is that. It's a 3D shooter. You start, you know, at the beginning of it has 6 stages, I believe, and you have to see how far you can. When you die, you lose all your progress, and you start from the beginning because you have to try to last as long as you can. Now, it's not a like, you know, it's a light. A light is, you know, it has aspects from a roguelike, but not all of them. So this one, you get power up. There's certain power ups and perks and things you don't lose, you know, making the game easier and easier. And as you find new items, like you scan them for the first time, they start to spawn in your runs. So you might only get like 3 items that spawn at first. You know, you might spawn 5 more things, and then that'll be in the rotation of things that pop up randomly on your next run. And that's how the game works. A lot of people have been hating that. They don't realize what type of game this is. You know, a lot of people saying for $70, a game I can't save, I lose all my progress, or, you know, whatever. So I got into kind of a little heated debate with someone on Twitter about whether it was worth $70 or not. Now, so that's what brings us to the topic today. Like, what justifies spending full price? Doesn't have to be $70. I'm talking about a day one, let's say $20 and up, because $20 to me is still a kind of game that I'm like, is it good? For, you know, I'll still have to think about it. For me, you know, to and check it out before I throw it on. You know, even $10 can be like, you know, where I'm like, is that even worth my $10? You know, so what justifies spending, like, you know, either full price or, you know, a big price like $60-$70, or just buying a full game and enjoying? I want to kind of go around and discuss that. And being that you're the guest, you know, for you, Gio, you know, I know you say you're slowly getting back into the game, but like, you know, what are some, you know, are there games, like, what justifies that for you? What does a game need to be?
Depends, bro. It really depends. And I've actually had this conversation recently too. One, is it a download only game? If I'm like me personally right now, my PS4, I haven't gotten a PS5, my PS4 and my Switch. I'm real heavy on the Switch. I have an SD card in there. I download everything. It irks me that I'm still paying full price for a game that I'm downloading. You know, and the reason why, because I'm paying full pop for something, I want to get that physical copy. I want to get the nice packaging. I want to get the manual that some of these games don't even fucking come with anymore. You know, it's like you want to get those things, and you're not getting that in a download. You know, and it's like, and I got, the reason why I got that SD card is just I'm a minimalist. You know, I don't want to have like a fucking million cartridges lying around. You know, so I have the SD card in there, but I still also feel like I'm low key cheating myself. Like I'm paying $60 for Monster Hunter, but it's just a download. I'm like, fuck, bro, you know. But if I'm walking inside a fucking like a GameStop or something, I'm paying that. I could see it. You know, if it's a solid game, you know, I did my research on it. I could see it, but to me, it just comes down to what you're getting with it. You know, at this point, I feel like most people are download. You know, I could be wrong, but
I mean, you're not wrong. Most, that is the way the majority, like I think it's like 85 or 88% now is down. People are buying their games digital now.
Yeah, there should definitely be a price difference in the digital and a physical copy, 100%. And then what really gets me on that too is getting robbed. You know, you can't resell digital. That's number one. You get a physical copy, you go into GameStop, they give you fucking pennies to the dollar. So it's like, is it really worth it at that point?
Yeah, exactly. No, I feel you. Now, but what about the game itself? Like,
Oh, listen, I told you the other day when I was at your house, bro. Like I said, the best game that I played in the last 5 years was God of War.
Yeah.
You know, that's to me that hands down the best game. That was worth every fucking penny, bro.
The new one?
There was a solid, the new one. That shit, Fire. It was literally worth every penny to me.
Yeah.
It was a deep game. You could fucking 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, that was really good.
But a game like that's a roguelike game, you got to know what you're buying. If you don't know what you're buying, that's shame on you, man. That's shame on you 100%.
Yeah.
I was going to swing around back to that. Yep.
Yeah, it's shame on you. Like, I'm spending $60 on a Pokemon game every single time. But that's just because I've done my research. That's what I like, But if you're buying it first time, I mean, it's shame on you. Hands down, shame on you.
Yeah.
And then you also got to look at the development that goes into these games now. The development, the fucking CGI. You want a crazy game, you want it to look nice, you want it to play at a fucking crazy frame rate, it's going to cost you.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. What about you, Autocat? What like, because I know you get like a little bit picky about buying your games. So like,
yeah, I am picky. For me, for a long time, it was the time. Like when Gears of War dropped and it was a 6-hour campaign, I was furious. I was ready to fucking. I was ready to
dollar per hour.
And be like, yo, who the fuck's Blazinski? I'm kicking his. Like I was tight. But now, I get older, and of course now I make a lot more money, so
you don't even look at the price tag, I hear you.
Yeah, with the price, baby. So now I see things, because I was like, okay, I go to movies and I'm getting a 2.5 hour experience, and I dropped $50 for the popcorn, soda, and the ticket, and that's 2 hours.
On Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I would have never gone to pay for Mortal Kombat, But so you look at it that way, and then you say, okay, I buy this game for $60. If I get a solid 5 hours out of this, that's already worth the money technically, because that's 5 hours of entertainment that I was able to receive from it, if bare minimum. So that's kind of how I look at things now. You know what I mean? But I'm also an informed buyer, so I don't buy shit if I don't know what it's about. Exactly. Like it took me forever to play Hades, and I fucking love it now. But it took me super long to finally pick it up because I didn't know what it was. So why would I waste my time or money, copping something that I'm not into? But
what about you?
Time, I think time is usually, I think, the biggest gauge for me. Like,
if I know an
RPG that has 50, 60 hours, like all the Fallout games, loved them. Because I knew, all right, I'm getting my money's worth. I'm getting at least 60 hours of story, not just random side shit, like 50 hours of like story.
Yeah.
So I was like, so.
I feel like that's why I lean towards RPGs too. I just feel like you're getting more out of the game.
Yeah,
100% stuff out of the game.
Yeah. What you got, Jose? What about you? Like, what justifies paying full price? Like day one, $70. Fuck it.
Day one, $70 for me. I don't care about. It depends on the title. Like, there's certain games that I'm gonna spend whatever it is, no matter what. You know what I mean? I know some people like to be corny about that, but. I mean, honestly, all those things do come into play. I'll just never be a dick about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's true. You want to make sure you're getting the right, content. You want to make sure you're getting your money's worth. You want to make sure you're going to be able to sit down. Like, a game for me, like, I paid full price for Death Stranding. I sat my ass down every fucking night for like 8-9 hours, fucking addicted. Like, I just wanted to do shit in that game. You know what I mean? I would take hard routes on purpose because I'm like, nah, fuck that. Like, I'm gonna stress myself out, but I'm gonna walk for like 2 hours through this fucking shit to avoid BTs, and I'm gonna deliver that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I like that when a game does that for me. If it's a Mortal Kombat game and I already see like a Mortal Kombat Armageddon kind of game, I'm not paying $70 for that because I fucking can't stand that game. Even though back then I paid full price, that was like $60. I just didn't expect it to be as shitty as it was. You know what I mean? So right now, basically, I take all those things that Atacat and Geo, took into account. But for me, it depends on the title. Like, if it's a GTA, if it's a Max Payne, like special edition, especially, I'll pay. Like, I go for those. If it's a title that I'm real happy with, it just depends. I think that. I think it's just in general, it's weird for me that other people would have a problem with what strangers pay for their game. Like, bro, you sound fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not your money. If you're mad that you can't afford 10 extra bucks, you know what I'm saying? Or that if you're mad that that's real. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like a snob. It's just like, bro, that's $10. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're telling you, yo, 25 extra bucks You know, that's a significant increase. $10 is like, that could be taxes. You know, it is an increase. I get it. It adds up. But at the same time, it's like, you're not going to just spend this shit. You would never spend $60 on a game that you don't want to fuck with.
Exactly. You wouldn't spend $50. That's what I'm saying.
You know, it doesn't matter if you spend $10. If that's a game you don't fuck with and you hate,
not spending the money.
$70, you're not spending the money. You're not gonna feel like you got your money's worth because the game was trash. That's how I felt about Street Fighter 5. It didn't matter if I played $20 or 65, which, you know, with fucking taxes. It did not matter to me. That game to me was fucking trash, and I took it and I said, "Yo, take that shit back." They said, "Oh, you get $22 back," and I just paid 60 for it. I said, "Fuck it, give me that shit." That means more to me than this bullshit right here.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, so it depends. It depends.
For me, and you know, kind of like what Autocat was saying, the dollar per hour value, it does mean a lot. If I really like sit down and think about it, it means a lot because so right, a roguelike, I've played other roguelikes. So, you know, you have like a Risk of Rain, it's a really good one, but that's like what, I think it's $20 or whatnot, and Hades is like $25 or whatnot. Yeah, you know, and you do get a lot of time out of those games, but I think graphics do matter. You know what I mean? Like a 2D platformer, I feel crazy paying $60 for Nintendo games sometimes because they look so simplistic to make, and that's perception. You know what I mean? That's just perception, and that's the problem with gaming. Games are priced based on perception of what they should cost, not based on how much they actually, you know, cost to, you know, the you know, how much it actually costs to make the game, but just the perception of the game. Because at the end of the day, look at there's some crazy ass games that, you know, that come out, and like there was a game I played, it was a Souls like, I forget the Immortal Shell. That game looks almost like a AAA. It was $30, and granted it was a little short, but still, like, you know, some people would pay, you know, 60, that could charge $60 for it because of the look of the game, but because they're an indie developer, you know, I think it was like their first or second game, you know, I mean, the perception wasn't there, and that's why they say they can't charge less for certain games, because if they charge 50 for the game, people will perceive it as a shit game or a DLC, or it's not good enough. I mean, the gaming industry is their fault for this, but you know, so but dollar per hour, how much fun I'm having, you know, do I want to come back to it? And if, you know, it's stuff like that, you know, obviously though, that's what makes it, you know, and I know what I'm getting into. I do research the games. I knew what Returnal was. I knew, you know, I liked the way it looked. I love the atmosphere of the game and the 3D effects and the particle effects. I really loved the way that game looked. And when I booted that game up and played the first couple, I'm telling you, I am hooked. Like that game, you know, it's the type of game that you can play for so long, you get kind of tired of it, you lose, and it sucks because you might have played for an hour and a half and now you know, but that's the game. That is the design of the game. You don't get mad in Tetris when you played for, you know, 45 minutes, you're getting to a high level and then you lose. It's like, that's it. That's the game. You know what I mean? So this is just like the you know, the puzzle version of an action game. You know, the lore is the difficulty, is how hard it is to continue, is getting to the third level and dying and having to start over. I mean, that is the allure of the game, and if you don't like that, then I get it, but you know, it's about getting better and seeing your progress. Like last night I streamed the game, I did a run, I played for 3 hours straight, did not die one time. I got to the third, I beat the second boss. The first time I tried it, I got all the way to the third level, and it's like I had to stop. I was like, damn, I'm fucking beast tonight, and people can't even beat the first boss in that game. I know. I'm like, am I that good? I'm not that good. I consider myself an average player.
Wow, fucking hot right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like I'm an average player. I'm no pro, whatever, and I was whipping ass in that game. Then again, I mean, I did finish playing, you know, just got, not the whole thing, but I played a lot of Demon Souls on PS5, so that might have been, I might have had some sensibility. I'll admit, I probably have some sensibilities from that game, because that's those games are difficult, but those have roguelike elements. Like, you can, when you start that game, you get a certain point. If you don't hit the checkpoint or beat the first boss, you start at the very beginning. You know how many times I died in the first stage of Demon Souls? So it's like, it's the same idea. So, you know, for me, it's like, I gotta know what the game looks like. It gotta be interesting sounding. You know, if it's certain developers, I'll take the plunge and take the risk, and then, you know, or I'll wait for a review. If the review doesn't say it's broken, then, you know, I'll take the chance on the game. But
I was gonna say that, don't you feel like it's so hard to miss right now with the internet? Like, just read the fucking review, bro. Like, just being informed buyer, like you were saying, it's kind of hard to miss with something. Because fucking read the review. You're gonna see whether you like it or not.
Exactly. If you're worried about, you know, your money or whatever, then yeah, like, you know, I took a risk on Returnal before reading reviews, but I had already the kind of the good reception was already being forced on me. So it was like I already heard. I was like, oh, I'm hearing it. I was gonna buy it no matter what because I like the look of the game. I knew what it was. I'm like a roguelike that looks like that. I'm in. There's hardly any hardcore roguelites that are like Returnal. Like
it was very honest about what it was too. Like they didn't try to hide it. Like they made it very clear. Like it wasn't like, hey, this is like an Alien Isolation type game or, you know, something like that. Exactly. And then, oh, surprise! Like it was pretty obvious. Like this is what it is. You know.
Exactly. Now, but that you know, so that's me. So yeah, you know, because like you said, if you pay 70, let's say 60, because it's a little easier to do the math. So you pay $60, you know, and you get 20 hours out of the game, you know, whatever, whether it's story, whether it's just replay value, whatever. If you get minimum 20 hours out of the game, that's $3 an hour. That's a good fucking deal. If you get you know, 10 hours, that's $6 an hour. Still a good fucking deal. You know, if you get 10 hours out of the game. So, you know, if you're looking at it like that, like it, you know, that's a big deal to me or whatever as well. I mean, you can get that same amount. I mean, you can pay 10 cents an hour on Hades, you know what I mean? Because that game is addicting as all hell.
I still have not beat it. We're not going to talk about it, but
and it will be on sale. That's the other thing, is that Returnal is, I get it. For me, if you're into roguelites, must buy right now if you have a PS5, which, you know, a lot of people don't. If you know, if you're not sure or whatever, it's a must try on sale. I'll admit, like, if you don't know if you like roguelites, if you're not into difficult games, then that's a dope game for $40-$30 because you may not like it, you know what I mean? But me, I like those. I like the challenge. I know I'm gonna spend 50 hours on. I know I'm gonna spend. I already spent almost 20 hours on that game already, so I've already gotten my money's worth, you know, right now. And I'm not even up to the 4th stage yet, you know. I only got to the 3rd stage, so, you know, but that was kind of like the argument I was having, like whether or not, I'm like, you know, they were trying to throw
who's having this argument?
It was a friend of mine, you know, online, and he was just saying that because I had money, because I'm financially stable, that's the only reason why I bought the game. I'm like, no, I'm like, my financial, you know, he sounded like he makes less money. He thinks he makes less money than me. He doesn't know. He thinks he makes less money than me, so he feels like, you know, like that a game like that, which is fine. I'm like, if you're not into a game like that, that's fine. It's not worth $70.
How does that even turn into an argument then?
And I use Red Dead as an example. Red Dead is not, I didn't enjoy it. I'm sorry. I wanted to like that game so much. I wanted to like it. I could not like that. And I put time into that game. I put like 30 hours or more into that game trying to like it, and I could not finish it. I finally turned it on one day. It's like, I can't play this fucking game. Like, I tried.
I'm with you, bro. I felt the same way.
I just could not. It was a beautiful game, beautiful music. The world was amazing. Like, you know, the acting was on point. You know, some of the set pieces being on the trains, I enjoyed those little bits, but the in between mundane parts, I could not do it. Right, I just couldn't. And I tried, and it's not like I looked at like, fuck, you know, I my goal with this podcast, as well as my you know, online persona, is, and I just changed it in my Twitter profiles, to be, you know, like an anti-fanboy activist, you know what I mean? Anti-console war activist. Like, I don't care about where you buy your games. I try to be objective, and that's the goal of this podcast as well, to be objective towards video games. Like, who gives a fuck? Video games are amazing. Like, who gives, like, technologies are like developed for video games, you know what I mean? Like, laws have been written because of games. So it's like, it's an amazing thing. Like, I don't give a fuck, you know, like, I don't want to spend $70 on anything, you know what I mean? But that's just the world we live in. Like, you know, obviously if I'm too poor, I'm gonna make harder choice, but I still would have bought this game because I knew what it was. It resonated with me, and I would have found a way to buy the game, whether I had to put on a credit card or I would have found a way to get the game, unless I really truly couldn't get it, you know? So just like Monster Hunter or Pokemon, some people don't care. They're gonna buy that day one no matter what. And you know, and that's okay. It's okay if you want to spend money. You get the ultimate edition and spend $130, or get the statue and spend $300. I'm like, that's not for me, and that's okay, you know what I mean? You know, so, you know,
there's a certain game, the certain day one games, like, you know, a Hideo Kojima game, day one, I feel like I gotta get it. You know,
did you get Death Stranding though?
No, and that's the.
What a liar! What a liar!
I know. You know what? I'm out, bro. I'm out.
He's out.
Exposed.
But you should get it.
Final Fantasy game, you know, like with that Final Fantasy 7 remake, I was fucking all over that, bro.
Oh yeah.
You know,
like this,
and it's just one of those things. Yeah, and it was a good game. It was a short game, that kind of goes perfect to the argument. It was a very short game, but I had a lot of fun with it, bro.
Exactly. Fun is,
and that was the best thing for me, bro. Is I had a lot of fun. You know, those little gems, you know, little Easter eggs in the game and stuff like that. You know, if you played the games before, you know, you enjoy it a lot.
Exactly.
But that was definitely. And I don't like buying into hype sometimes.
Oh yeah, like that, like Cyberpunk. Yeah, that kind of sucked. And you know, I'm sad, you know, but it is what it is. We're going a little long. I kind of want to keep it short today, so just really quick, I want to cover this last thing. What are some games you did buy day one, spent the full price, and just completely regret it? Like you're just like, the fuck? Is there any games that come to mind for you?
Yeah, the last one was Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh yeah.
I was so excited for that game, but then when I finally got it, it was like I bought it the first day. When I finally got it, you know, it was a busy week. All right, I'll play it Sunday. Sunday came and like I turned it on, and like as I'm playing, like, you know, the first few hours of it, I'm like, bro, I'm thinking to myself, I waited so fucking long for this game, and I just don't even care anymore. You know, I just felt like the hype died down. What was it, like fucking almost 10 years for part 3 to come out, bro? Like, I just didn't care anymore, and I'm like,
you cut off.
You know, and I was just really disappointed in that.
Whoa. Audio changed.
Your audio got super clear.
My AirPod died. So.
Oh no. It's all good. We can finish up with that, Mike. I think you're good.
Yeah.
You can still hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. You guys can hear me?
Yeah, you sound fine. But yeah, what about you, AutoCAD? Like, what was any games that come to mind that you just feel like, why'd I spend $60 on this?
Sorry, let me get my camera set up here. It's a real professional setup here, guys, okay? Don't you worry about me. All right, let me go to my webcam, sorry. For me, you guys probably don't even remember this game. Do you guys remember the game, The Darkness?
Yes. 360.
Yeah, that game. I remember
he has those dark powers.
Yeah, he has So for some reason I was living in Cali and I went to, I think it was EB Games, and I copped it, and I got it home, and within 5 minutes I was like furious. I was like, this is so fucking trash. This is so bad. And I went back immediately, and just like Jose, they're like, well, I mean, we get like $25 for it. And I was just like, all right, fine, just here, take it. It's cool. I just gave it to him. I don't even think I even got another game. I was just tight.
Really? I don't remember what was so bad about it. Do you remember?
I forget what it was. Just something about it just pissed me off, and I was not a fan. I can't remember what it was. I was just super tight about it, and I was like, this sucks. And I brought that shit right back.
I felt that way about another game too, man. You know, not to take up a lot of time, but and it wasn't a bad game, but Resident Evil 2 on the PS4. Not that it was a bad game, because the game was great, but I just felt like I was so hyped for a remake, but I'm like, I played this game like 50,000 times already.
All right, yeah.
You know, and it's got old fast.
Yeah, I thought that game was fire. But then again, no, not for nothing. After I beat one scenario, I kind of was done. I didn't have it in me to do it again in a different scenario. So I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Again, I think for you, is there anything other than Street Fighter, Jose?
No Man's Sky.
Oh,
really? Yeah.
Day one, yeah. I could say that.
Day one, No Man's Sky was a letdown because it was nothing. It was like nothing that they said was going to be in the game was in the game. So you found ways to have like cool little fun, and then there were so many unanswered questions that you were just kind of hoping maybe you came across something cool. But you know, the game is a whole different game now. Here, it's awesome now, but
I was gonna say
it was a rough rollout.
Yeah,
you should play. It's mad fun actually. It's super fun.
Yeah, it's amazing now.
I hear.
Yeah, it's amazing now. For me, it has to be. There's a few things. So, like I said, I wasn't really happy.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say just in recent memory, I can't really, because I usually do like kind of research as much as I can, but I would say, probably Red Dead. I wasn't unhappy with that I spent money on it, but I wasn't happy that I was unhappy that I didn't love it more. So I was a little bit sad about that. And I got this is an older one, but Final Fantasy Xero, or something. I think that's what it was called. It was like some side story, and that shit was weird, and the way it played it, like I didn't do any research, and it came with a demo for 15. Which is another game I regret ever spending time on. And I beat 15, and I played through the whole story, did mad side shit, but I was just kind of done with that shit. Like by the end of it, I just did not give a fuck about 15.
The thing just has so much hype around it, man.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, so now it's like, you know, I honestly don't buy day ones unless it's like I know it's gonna be good or it's gonna be very hard for the game to be bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it's a new IP, I'll wait a little bit. I mean, I did buy what's that game that came out, the looter sword game, the looter slasher that came out on PS5.
Oh, I know that was like AMD's flagship game almost, right? Like it seemed like they were
so. It's like on Epic and only on PS5.
Yeah.
That's another one that was not. It's all right. It's okay. I didn't care. Like I started up. I just bought it because that was the game I bought because I bought my PS5. I just wanted PS5 exclusive games to try on it. So that I did just throw money down blindly. I admit that. Usually bang.
Exclusives to me are usually, they usually bang.
Usually, but that wasn't really that was a, not a first party. That wasn't an in-house first party game.
I felt that way about Horizon.
You didn't like Horizon?
I didn't like it at first. It took me a few months.
Bro,
and
I went back to this motherfucker off the street.
I love that game, bro.
I went back to it and I was like, oh, this game is actually pretty dope. But the beginning of it, I wasn't fuck with it in the beginning. It took me a couple of hours to get through it and I was like, all right, But it took my second go around with Horizon. Loved it.
I gotta say, I'm sorry, like, don't kick me off of my podcast, but I kind of agree with that. Like, I wasn't feeling it in the beginning. I wasn't. I was like, it didn't hook me. It didn't hook me at first. I was like, I don't know, the fighting, the stealth. It didn't hook me. I don't know why. And that was another game like. After a while, I had to find my groove with it, but the first like couple of hours.
The good thing is that you realize that you're crazy, and you
I realized that there's value there, and that there's more games coming out, and I give games their chance. The controls and doing certain things were cool. It was just, I don't know. I guess it was a little hard to kill the monsters to me at first, and it was like, I don't know, some of the fights were a little bit rough for me, and then it's like if you get caught out in the wild and you get murdered.
Caught, bro. Game, you got some moments like I remember I saved at a fire once, and every time I respawned there, like whenever I would start my game up, there was those big, huge, like fucking machine hawks. I just throwing fireballs and electricity at me, and I'm like,
those dudes are douchebags at first.
And I was like up in the mountains somewhere or some shit.
And that's what I mean. I just mean like just those that first little hardships of building. Once I built up and got better with the game and did different strategy, I'm like, I'm playing this game wrong. Like I knew I was playing it wrong. I'm like, I was like I'm not doing something right here, because I'm like, this game is too like like up there to be like, I know it's not a bad game, like, and I'm very broad with the type of games I like. I play everything. I play puzzle games. I play everything. I like narratives. I like everything, so it's like at the end of the day, like I knew something, I just wasn't doing something, and the only reason I didn't like it is because it was hard I kept dying, I wouldn't progress, and so it was just that when you don't find your groove in something, it's like it sucks. You keep dying over and over again. It's like after a while, it's like, fuck this game, man. You know what I mean? Like that. Like it wasn't like anything wrong with like the acting or the the action or anything. It was just I was just sucking at it.
It was a beautiful game though. I mean, visually too, man.
Yeah, I love that game, bro. I love that game. I'm so ready for part 2. That's why I was hyped when Death Stranding came and they said they were using the Decima engine that they used for Horizon. That's why it feels so much like Horizon when you play it.
It's a good engine, man. It's a powerful engine.
I don't know if Returnal uses that, but the engine in Returnal looks very much like a stripped down, like a lighter version of the Decima engine, because the way the some of the menus are and some of that light blue like see-through like menu, it looks very similar to the Decima engine. And
they use Unreal 4.
Oh, it is Unreal 4. Okay, because they used a lot of the little effects. Like I said, the menus look it feels like a Death Stranding game. Like it really feels like Death, like how they had like Metal Gear what's that called, the one that Platinum I think did only with Raiden.
Raiden? Raiden. What was that, Vengeance or some shit?
Rising. Metal Gear Rising. It kind of reminds me like of that. Like if you had Death Stranding, then you had like a game set in that world. You know what I mean? Like you have the weird tentacle monsters, stuff like that. It feels like the arcade version of like a Death Stranding game. So I'm really feeling that game. Like I really wish, like that's what I kept forgetting, but that's what I was telling Mosaic, like to get on on YouTube. Well, on I forget you can do it on the PS4 as well, but if you guys ever want to try it, I want y'all to try that game and just let me know if I'm bugging or not. And, you know, if that game is not, you know, addicting. Cause
yeah, it looks pretty sick, man. Like I've been watching some streams. I saw the first like half hour, and I was like, yeah, this looks pretty nuts. It looks like it doesn't look like anything else that's out right now.
Exactly, that's another thing. It's unique. You know, like the style of game is not unique, but the, you know, the fact that you have the graphical fidelity that it has and the you know, and the camera angle, the third person view, and then being a roguelite on top of that, a tough one, you know.
Exactly.
You know, like I was saying, I said it to somebody else. I think the problem with Returnal is that roguelites are a niche. That's a niche genre that came into the mainstream, and when you take these little genres that are, you know, that normally used by the indie, you know, world, and you put it in front of everybody, that's when it becomes like, oh my god, you know what I mean? Like now you have people who are beasting for a PS5 exclusive, they get one, but it's a niche title. Like it really is a niche title, and it honestly it could have benefited from being a little cheaper because of it is niche, but I think it's worth every penny. I think I'm getting so much enjoyment out of the game that I think it's worth a day one. Like I said, it's worth it for people who know what they're getting into, not so much for people who, you know, who don't have the time to invest in getting good. You know what I mean? It's like Dark Souls, and the same thing happened with Sekiro. That people, you know, it was a hard game that came in the mainstream's view, and people wanted an easy mode and wanted to, I'm just like, this is not, you don't know what game you're getting. You want a third person narrative, and that's your problem, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So
they'll figure it out one way or the other. They'll figure it out.
Exactly.
And I just thought all this talk of like Death Stranding and Kojima and all that just made me think the other game that I kind of was like that I'm gonna get a lot of shit for, but it was Metal Gear Solid 5. It was one of those things that I got it, and I just
that's a fair assessment.
I thought it was such a useless purchase. I was so tight. I was like, this is not what I was looking forward to at all.
What was your favorite Metal Gear?
3. Hands down.
Yeah.
3. Snake Eater. Sure.
3.
2 did it for me, man.
4, but you never played 4, right? Like, did any of y'all play 4?
Yeah, I didn't play 4. That's true. I have heard that's good.
4 story was bonkers. I admit it was bonkers, but the action sequences in that game and there was some moments like when you go back to Shadow Moses and the brand new PS3 graphics.
That's probably fire.
Yeah, it starts off as Metal Gear Solid 1, and then it changes the Metal Gears to the new engine, and it's like, yo, like that shit and then you get to control Rex, you know, for the first time. That was an amazing, like the action in that game was amazing. The story was a little bit out of, they reneged like so much shit. But
I think that's what turned me off, because I think I remember seeing like clips of the story and just thinking like, this is overboard, this is crazy.
Yeah, they went crazy.
Was crazy, like it was just weird. I was like,
but 5, I don't know, 5 mechanically was probably one of the best PS4 games I played up until that point. Mechanically, story-wise, it wasn't classic what we know, but mechanically, like some of the shit that you did and cooking the guys and the silliness and, you know,
that's what I hear.
Yeah, like I enjoyed the shit out of 5, but I don't blame anybody for not. I mean, you know,
I just couldn't get into it. Just like you said, I couldn't find my groove. I was like, not for me.
Yeah.
Are you guys getting Village release day? Day 1?
I think so. Yeah.
Not day 1.
That's probably a game I'm gonna get. So,
like I'm. It's like I wanted to beat 7 first, and I haven't finished it, so I may or may not get it right away. I don't know. I have to see how I feel by the end of the week. I was thinking about just getting, but now they pushed the online back to the summertime, so I can take my time with it. But we'll see if I can get through 7 in the next week and a half or 2, and then I might buy it right after that. But we'll see, because now we got.
I'm playing that now too. How far are you in that?
What, 7?
7. Yeah.
Not far at all. Probably like right after the whole car scene.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
You know, in the beginning. But yeah, Mass Effect is coming out, so I'm gonna be all over that as well. So, the remake, you know, the remaster of Mass Effect. You ever play Mass Effect? You?
No, I've never played Mass Effect.
That's a great game. I think you know it's a long game. You know, it's 3 like. Oh, that's right. Yeah. But see, it's 3 like back-to-back 40-hour games though. So, but choices you make in part 1.
That's the shit that I love, bro.
Carry all the way over to part 3. That's what I love about it. It's a great game. It has some good stuff. But yeah, I think we can end the episode here before we keep going. You know, I want to thank you again, Gio, for being on here. It was a great time, man. You know, I really appreciate your input.
You having me, man.
For sure. Yeah, Autoamour. Get the, you know, if you want some.
Oh yeah.
Where what is it? We need a slogan like where car culture meets style. I don't know.
Well, it's for the love of autos, but I don't really say the slogan that much. Sometimes I kind of want to change it.
But like we need like a mission statement or something, you know? Like I said, like for the love of cars.
There's something there. There's a little something on the website.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I was trying to do something when I made that tweet when I tweeted out for you. But anyway, but thank you again for being on here. I really appreciate it. Hopefully we have you back at some point, talk with us again. And,
yeah, definitely, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and
this is my first podcast ever.
Oh yeah? Oh, we popped your cherry? Oh
yeah, popped the cherry. Oh yeah, you did, bro.
Oh no.
It's all there.
This is a family podcast. Just kidding. Oh man. Any last words from you guys?
That's it, man. Always wear sunscreen.
Yo, street drinker Ovaltine, fam.
Word up. All right.
It's just important.
Now that we know that Gabe has money to buy these crazy games, man.
Yeah, I'm rich, baby. You know. I'm gonna just buy you whatever you want.
At Chipotle.
I know it's extra. God.
He gets the bag of chips that has the sticker that says big or large on it.
Yeah, there you go.
Big baller.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
And thank you again for everybody for supporting the podcast. I appreciate everybody. If you're not following, follow us on Twitter at VGXL Podcast. And yeah, have a great night.
Later.